today is going to be a very requested video, and it's going to be how to create those really cool intro shots like My Life is Ava or Aspen Ovard or even like Alicia Marie. And it's actually quite simple. You are going to need a pretty expensive, I would say, piece of equipment. You can get it non-expensive too. There's tons of ways to do this, but I did want to feature this product, especially if you guys are very serious about YouTube and you really want to step up your YouTube game. This is something you guys can invest in that is under $100. So this particular slider is from a company known as Banggood, and they have a whole bunch of different things. I usually just go into their tech section because you can find sliders and DSLR accessories for a lot cheaper than like other places. You could also probably check on Amazon too. They might have something similar. So the particular one that I have to show you is from the brand Comlight, and it looks like this. It is currently $66.19. It's rated a 5-star review, and I wanted to talk about it as well and kind of give you tips on how to use one of these. If you guys saw the example clips in the beginning, those are kind of the effect you're going to be able to get with this, and it's really kind of hard to recreate, but I will maybe do a video in the future of cheaper options. If you guys would like that, let me know down below in a comment. But this is what a slider looks like. So it's basically a really thick piece of metal usually, and it has this like little sliding plate that you can attach your camera to. Okay, so this happens to be their 60-inch version. They also have ones that are longer or shorter. If you guys are just doing videos for YouTube, I don't think you need anything longer than this, but this is a really good option for getting really cool like product shots or DIY shots. Okay, so the Comlight one comes with its own little bag, which is really good for being able to go with this to like a shooting site, such as like if you're doing like a lookbook or something like that. This would be perfect for that. So you can just put it in here and bring it with all the rest of your camera equipment. But you get, number one, you get the slider piece, which is a nice thick piece of metal. And you want a nice thick piece, or you know it's going to bend, or your camera will bend over. And you don't want that, or you're not going to get that nice smooth pan. The next thing it comes with is this little leveler, and this is where you actually attach your camera. So it has a little knob, and that's just where you screw your camera into it. It also has a leveler, which is really good, so knowing if you're like on bumpy ground, to try to level your camera to make sure that when you get your shot, it's going to be perfect when you actually put it into your editor. So this piece actually goes and it attaches or slides right here. And then it also has a knob that is kind of like adjustment for how hard you want it to be to push or whatnot. So kind of like a resistance, I would guess. That's kind of the best way to put it. But you basically just put it on here, and if you move this knob to the left, you're able to move it a little bit more freely. If you move it to the right, it's a little bit more resisted. I wanted to say that when I first got this, it doesn't come with any sort of like slipperiness, I guess. It's just like metal on metal, so you might have to put like Vaseline or something, which is what I used. I used Vaseline. I probably should have used like WD-40 or whatever that stuff is called, but you could also add something like that that's slippery to make this a little bit more smooth. In fact, I would recommend that. But you're going to get it kind of like that for any sort of slider that you get. It's going to be a little bit sticky at first, so definitely recommend doing that. So you actually have a couple of options on how to use this. It does come with 2 of these little standers. So if you wanted to do this like on a tabletop or something like that, so say you have like a craft room, you just attach these to the bottom. Let me see if I can do it really fast. You guys get the idea. You would have 2 of these and you would just set this down on your table. The version that I like and I prefer is to actually use a tripod. So I have 2 tripods. So this is kind of like my old like crappy tripod. I don't recommend getting this brand. This is a Revel. Don't like it. But you need a tripod, and it just has the regular old screw. You don't want a quick release plate unless it has that screw, so just keep that in mind. So it has 2 options, so depending on your tripod, mine will be on the smaller like screw hole, I guess, I don't know. And you want to make sure it's screwed on nice and tight because you don't want your camera to fall over. That's why I recommend using kind of a better tripod than this. And when I actually use it, I do use my better tripod. And then you can try to level it, whatever. Then you attach your camera on here. And you put this on. Then you're able to kind of freely slide it like this. So your camera would be attached here. You'd have this placed down, and then you'd be able to go like this around your product. So you'd have your product in front of you and just slide it slowly. and you get really awesome shots. So there's a couple of settings that you want on your actual camera, and I recommend doing a 60 frame per second. So a lot of DSLRs are able to do that. Some may not be able to, so just check on your camera. If you guys need help on changing the settings, I actually have a video on that you guys can check out, and I'll try to put it right up here. If you guys need help with setting that, go ahead and check out that video. It'll help you with all that. Then once you film the clip, all you have to do is pop it into iMovie, Final Cut, whatever you're using. You can slow it down or speed it up depending on what you kind of want. But that 60 frame per second is really going to give you that really nice slow-mo. So if you wanted to slow it down, you're able to get that nice smooth slow-mo without it kind of like being a little bit jittery. So anyways, this is my review. I really like this. I recommend it, and it's great, especially if you guys are someone that wants to be more creative with your intros, or if you really just like Aspen art style. Whatever the case may be, it's definitely a good product you guys should consider purchasing. I know it's kind of expensive for all those YouTubers that are just starting out, so this is not something for a beginner. This is someone that's more advanced and is looking to really notch up their video quality. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below in a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!